up? Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Briszell and today I am going to be reviewing the iPhone 8 Plus. I have a whole list of the good or the things that I like about the phone and the things that I do not like about the phone. So yes, let's get into this review. So we're going to start with the color. I freaking love this space gray. I did not want to cover this up at all. I tried to find clear cases. I actually had a clear case before, but it got really scratched up and really like dingy. So, you know, I had to switch. I love the whole feel of the phone. It feels really solid. Like, it feels so freaking good. And I absolutely love... This phone is like really slippery. Let me hurry up. So I really love the sides. It's so smooth and the gray color. It just looks so sleek and just nice. Like this phone just looks good. Everything about the outside of this phone I absolutely love. So when it comes to the fingerprint scanner, I actually wasn't sure if I was going to like the fingerprint scanner being right here. I didn't know if I was gonna like that because on all of the phones that I've purchased, the fingerprint scanner has been on the back, and I think it's just because that's what I am used to for me. And the fingerprint scanner has been working amazing, like 100% of the time. I have not had a lot of issues with the fingerprint scanner. Like, I like it. It has been very accurate. All of my other phones just scan your fingerprint. They're not an actual button. And sometimes I'm just lazy. Sometimes I just want to go like this and unlock my phone, but it's not that big of a deal. I really love the display and the way the icons look. Everything just looks so crisp and clean and just neat, and I absolutely love that. When you click on a folder, I love how it blurs the background like perfectly. Can you guys see the difference? Like, it's like night and day. I did not realize how washed out this Motorola display was. Like, it's so freaking bright, and I didn't realize it until I got the iPhone. Another thing that I did not mention, but I really like, is the fact that this phone has the rise to wake feature. So all I have to do is just lift my phone up and the screen turns on, and I freaking love that. That is similar to my Motorola when it is exposed to light. That little screen with the time and the date and everything pops up. So yes, that is a plus. One thing that took a minute to get used to is how to access certain things. So on the iPhone, when you drag it down, you get your notifications only. On the Android, and all Android systems are the same pretty much, if you drag the screen down, you are going to get your controls up here. You get all of your controls and you get your notifications. Honestly, I think I like it better separated like that, because then you get a clear view of everything that that's in your notification center. You don't have all of your controls at the top. It doesn't look as cluttered. It looks very neat pretty much. Now for the control center, I love the way the control center looks. Like, I don't know, the layout is just, it looks so good to me. Like, I really like the fact that you can add things to it. On the Android phones, you have your, this phone is dirty. I'm sorry guys, I did not clean this phone. My son actually had this phone and I didn't even bother to clean it to make this video. Ew. So on the Android phones, you have your back button, you have your home button, and then your recent no, don't play that. No. And then you have your recent applications button. So everything is easy to access on the Android. I feel like the Android system is easy. Like, it's very simple and straight to the point. When it comes to accessing certain things, everything is just right there. So on here, there is no buttons. All you have is your home button. The back button, actually, I was like, how the heck am I going to get back if there is no back button? Like, back to the previous page I was on. Well, the back button is at the top of the screen. And it took me a minute. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess the back button is up here, which is fine. It's fine. I'm just so used to that back button being right here. And your recent applications, you just have to double tap or double click, and it comes from the side, and you can view it this way, which I love viewing the recent applications like this versus the way it turns out on the Android, where it comes from the bottom and you scroll down to get it. And when I am driving, it automatically senses that I am going a certain speed, so a notification will pop up on my phone and it'll tell me pretty much no using your phone while driving. I love that. So the emoji setup for this phone is freaking amazing. The emojis are way different than what I have been witnessing on my Android. They feel so much more up to date than I've ever seen. Now I feel like a lot of things are way up to date on the iPhone than they are on my Android. Facebook is way up to date. So, you know, when you go onto Facebook, I've never seen that bell move when you have a notification. I've never seen it move. On the iPhone, the bell moves. So, yes, and the layout of Facebook is a lot different. They're way different. This might be a little tiny detail, but I freaking love it. I love how it already comes with asking for your permission to download an application whenever you want to set a time. So I am in the alarm system right now, right? So this sound. Do you guys hear that? The phone gives off a little vibration, and then that noise, it just feels so freaking real. It's not even in the alarm. If you are filling out an application and it asks for your birth date, that same setup is going to pop up. So the next thing is a screenshot. So to take a screenshot is the best way of taking a screenshot I've ever had. Your home button mixed with your on and off button. I have taken a successful screenshot every single time. When it comes to the camera quality, so the camera quality on the iPhone is 100% better than the camera quality I witnessed on this Motorola and any phone that I've had in the past. The front and the back camera is amazing. I thought the Motorola had a pretty good front camera until I took it with the iPhone. You guys can see that. You guys can see me. It looks way different. It's more true colored. Like, you see how washed out my skin looks? I don't freaking think so. The video quality, like, it does not lag at all. I freaking love it. I tried to make a workout video with this Motorola and I was like, please don't tell me that, no. It's horrible. One thing that is different on the iPhone is the fact that you have a lot more control over your phone. You can control what apps use data. You can also control the screen time. Like, I set mine for an hour. So once that hour is up with me being on my phone, a little monkey will pop up on the screen and it's like, take a break. It tells me to take a break. You can actually limit your time on applications too, and I thought that was really cool. When you turn on your alarm, there is a bedtime inside of the alarm, which I've never had before. So on the bedtime, it actually helps you out. So mine is set at 5:55 in the morning. That's what time I woke up this morning. And it tells me that I need to go to bed by 9:55 if I want to get 8 hours of sleep. So as soon as 9:55 happens, when I connect my Bluetooth speaker, I'm going to turn it on and see what happens.
Powering on.
You see, it automatically turned it on. iMovie. It's been helpful. So ever since I did my unboxing video till this video that you're watching today, all those videos have been edited through iMovie. But for the most part, for it being an editing app that actually works, I think it is pretty freaking good. So I like that. Oh my goodness, overheating has been the biggest problem for me. I freaking hated how hot my phone got. Not with the iPhone. That is something that I appreciate so freaking much. Like, this phone does not overheat. It gets warm. It gets warm. So I can see why all those people be cracking jokes about the phone overheating or getting hot in their pockets and all that other shit. That's the number one. That's the number one thing that I really like about this iPhone, is the fact that it does not overheat. I do like how you can screen record. Screen recording is pretty freaking cool. Like, screen recording, I like it. I also like that Apple Music is incorporated on the phone. The only problem I've had with Apple Music so far is the fact that it took me about 2 or 3 taps in order to pause the song, and I have no idea why, but pausing the song, I don't know if it's the screen or it's just the application, but pausing the song is a little frustrating. It does not always pause when you push it the first time. That's just the thing that I just was like, what? Those are the things that I like about the iPhone. I'm sorry if those things were like, really? But those are things that I like. Okay, those are the things that I appreciate about this iPhone. Okay, so now we are going to move on to the things that I do not like about this iPhone. Alright, so portrait mode when you are taking a picture. I do not like how far it zooms in. I don't like it. And I also wish that portrait mode was on the front camera. I know they incorporated that with the XS Max. I know they have portrait mode on the front and the back, but I just wish that this would come with portrait mode on the front as well. I'm sorry, but I miss Google. I miss Google. Siri is something else. Google, I don't have that many problems with Google. So I wish that there was an SD slot for the iPhones, because it would have made this experience like amazing. Sometimes I experience freezing within the apps, but I don't experience it a lot. One thing that I have been experiencing with my phone, and I don't even know why, but sometimes my screen will just shut off. It'll shut off, and literally I'm sitting there for about 2 minutes. It doesn't matter how many times I press the home button, how many times I press the on and off button, my screen will not turn back on. My phone, like, it has done it 2 times already, and that's one thing I found that is like a glitch within the phone that I am just not okay with. Like, what? So the last thing that has been very frustrating when it came to this iPhone is the storage. iCloud, 5 gigabytes. And that fills up so freaking fast. For me, I don't have a lot of pictures on my phone that I just cherish. Like, I take pictures on my DSLR for those for those type of pictures, and then I save them on a memory card. There's a lot more space on a memory card. Another thing that I was just like, well, how the hell do you get to the iCloud? How the hell do you get to the cloud? Like, there is no application downloaded on your phone that says iCloud. I could not figure it out until I downloaded a document. That's how I access the cloud. And then on top of that, they want you to pay for more storage. Like, girl, bye. You have to pay every single month for storage. That's what you call greedy, okay? The 64 gigabytes seem to be big enough. I take that back. 64 is most definitely not enough, especially if you have a lot of apps on your phone. I had to delete all of the apps that I downloaded in order to upload this footage. So it's not enough for me anyway. Oh, another thing that I thought was just like crazy, complicated, stupid, makes no sense, is the fact that there are 2 different ways of sending a message to another person. So if you want to message another person that has an iPhone and they have iMessage turned on, you have to be connected to the data. But then I found out that, you know, you can send a regular SMS message. It's just going to be green instead of blue. What? But if an Android user wanted to send me a message, it doesn't matter if the data's on or off, the message will always come through and I'll be able to send a message. All in all, I feel like it is a really, really good phone. It has helped me out so far. So far I am